It's great to get the opportunity to go out and represent Ontario at the President's Cup, but we feel we left a little bit of unfinished business out there. Every team in this league is putting out a top-notch product.
It's not necessarily about what we do at the President's Cup or before that, it's about what we do here today. So when the playoffs come around and when that national championship comes around, we're ready to be the best in the country. Fell a little bit short of our ultimate goal, so I think guys are coming back in a little better shape and hungry. Hopefully we can kind of pick up where we left off.
Everybody are ready and primed to go. The process keeps on going. Our goal is to be back at the President's Cup.
Already saw Keegan Thomas once. Wendy sees the open cage. He scored in the winter earlier. Hill trying to catch up to it. He doesn't. And Craig Wendy puts it in the empty cage. How about a goalie goal, ladies and gentlemen?
Referees are Rebeski and John Watson, and we're almost ready to go here tonight. With a win, the Oakville Titans can clinch a playoff spot. They're right now on top of the Ontario Series Lacrosse standings at 8-1. The James gang are at 3-7. Still have an outside chance to playoffs, but they got to start gaining some points here. Let's see, we're underway. The face-off at center court is picked up by Oakville. It's Chris Young. He rushes back and put it up the floor. It's a feed ahead for Gage Board, the captain. He had 4 goals last week in that victory over Ennismore. Get the pass over for Ryan Johnson. They'll feed it back. They'll get it around for Board again. Board. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Johnston. Working around for Woodland. He shoots at a save by the starting goalie tonight for Ennismore, Brandon Wilson, who played last week. Held him in for a while. They had 2 great periods, but the third period is when, unfortunately, it fell apart for the James gang. Now let's see, they had a good first period last week. They're up 5-2. Let's see if they can do it again here tonight. It's Brad Baker. Get it down low. Cole McWilliams in there. 9 to shot clock. Gets a pass over. Ian Hugh with a shot and a nice save there by Craig Wendy getting to start tonight for Oakville. Last week, Jesse Legault got the win against Ennismore. Tonight, Wendy's going to try to turn the deed. He had a shutout last night against Kitchener-Waterloo in that 11-0 win. Let's see what happens now. Now that goes to Yvonne Bolduc. Pass around for Eddie Renault, the hot hand of Oakville. He's the leading scorer. Renault trying to feed Woodland, but it's intercepted, and it's picked up by Steve Borden of the James gang. Borden, minute and a half gone here in the first. No score yet. Second possession for the James gang after 2 for Oakville went not. There's a pass a little too far. Gathered up in the corner by Josh Gilray. He'll feed it back for Jeff Swift. Turns the favor to Gilray. Gilray has it. Gilray, 7 on the shot clock. There's a feed in. Nice defense, a shot off, and a good save by Wendy to stop the Ennismore player. Now up the floor again, it's Chris Young in transition. Feeds it over to the captain, Board. Board, has his pass picked off. And up the floor, 2-on-1. Dalton Hill, there's a pass over. They try to bang it in with whacking it, but they can't do it. And it remains scoreless. Back the other way comes Oakville. Ben Heidecker with it. Now to get it back, there's a chance, a shot, a save by Wilson to rob Eddie Renault coming down, streaking. It just stays out. They were looking behind him, but he didn't let it in. That's the main thing. Shots 2 apiece, no score, 2.5 into the first. Now it's Steve Nichols. Nichols drops it back for Evans. They'll get it down for Gilray. Gilray feeds it back for Jeff Swift. Down low to the sniper, Mickle. Mickle, though, has a trouble. Wendy whacks his big stick out there to grab that ball. Back the other way come the Titans. Feed ahead for Ryan Johnston. Johnston coming down, waiting for the offense to get on the floor for Oakville. Throws it back. Cree Blakely. Blakely has it. Now they drop it back to Renault. Back for Blakely. Over to Johnston. 8 on the shot clock. It's Johnston with the ball. 5 now. He's trying to look for an opening. Johnston feeds it in for Blakely, but he swings and misses, and it's turned over to Matt Fountain. of Ennismore. He gets it up ahead quickly for Brad Baker. Baker drops it off, and now the offense gets on the floor for the James gang. McNean Hewitt with the ball. Drop it back for Swift. Over to Gilray. Now Taiolo, big save by Wendy. He gets a big arm save on McWilliams in tight. Now there's a big battle for it in the corner. Pops loose and it's swiped ahead and picked up by Hunter Agus. Drops it back. He'll go off for a change. Comes Eddie Renault waiting for his mates to get up and join him. Back for Yvonne Bolduc. Bolduc drops it off for Board. Back to Bolduc. Bolduc takes a shot looking for that arm side, but it got a piece of it. Now Bolduc again in tight, but he can't get much of the shot there, and it goes and picked up by Ennismore. Oh, a turnover there by the James gang. And a new 30 on the clock for Oakville. It's Bolduc. Dropping it back for Corbett. Up for Bolduc. Bolduc gets it over for Woodland. Woodland drops it back to the captain Board. Over to Eddie Renault. Back for Woodland. Cross to Corbett. Corbett back to Bolduc. Bolduc steps in. Rounding out that 8 on the shot clock. It's back out Renault. For Woodland, he swings and shoots, but he misses the net. And the shot clock will expire. A shot clock violation against the Titans as we're nearly 5 minutes into this game, and it's still scoreless. Shots 3-2 in favor of Ennismore. Goes to the captain, Jeff Swift coming with it. James gang. Pass for Evans. Now knocked down is the Ennismore player, but he gets the ball off and passes it over for Dan Mickle. Mickle gets it back for Swift. Jeff Swift makes a move, cuts in, but good defense there by Oakville to cause the ball to pop loose. Picking up there is Kenny Sprout. Sprout with it. He'll drive it up the floor. Nice pass ahead for Jamie McMahon. McMahon looking to pass something, get off the floor, and he does. He'll feed Cree Blakely with the hot hand last night. 6 points in that win against Kitchener-Waterloo. He'll go across. For Renault, he shoots and a save by Wilson. Back the other way comes Ennismore. Been a tentative start here for both teams. Not much shooting and scoring. No score yet. Parker Sands drops it back for Hewitt. Now they're working the ball around nicely. Nice moves there by McWilliams. Try to cut in. Take a shot. Saved by Wendy. Good positioning there by Wendy to make that save. New 30 o'clock. Big hit there as the Ennismore player gets driven down hard. He looks no worse for wear and he goes off. Up the floor now is Corbett with it for Oakville. Corbett goes back for Blakely. Down low for Woodland. To Renault. Back to Woodland. Curtis Woodland driving. Here he goes. He has an open. Shoots. And it squeaks in, but a good job of the defense there of Ennismore to dive to keep that one out. Specifically, McNean Hewitt saving his goalies. Bacon there with that big save just before it crossed the goal line, and we're still scoreless. 6.5 minutes into this one here in the JVI Sports Network. Drop it back for Mickle. Mickle trying to get their return. They bounce it over to Jeff Swift. Swift, a bad pass there. Might be a break for Oakville. Hustling up the floor is Alec Tamas. Tamas coming up. Tamas cuts towards the center. Does the smart thing, draws back. Hits straight Gage Board. Board shoots. Oh, and a save by Wilson again to rob Gage Board coming in. Back the other way comes Ennismore off the bench. There's a pass in. There's a chance and a save by Wendy stopping Cole McWilliams. Now a chance. Board up there alone. He shoots. And a save by Wilson to rob Gage Board, who was left all alone in front. My goodness. Goalies coming up huge here in the last few seconds. Big saves at either end. Wendy for Oakville. Wilson for Ennismore. Captain Jeff Swift comes on the floor for Ennismore. 7.5 minutes gone. Here's a pass and trying to hit Mickle, but it misses everybody. But it's picked up by Ennismore. Ball's up for grabs. Trying to push it ahead there is number 48, Chris Young. Oh, and he gets a bit of a forearm shiver there. Lots of pushing and shoving. Ball still loose. And finally picked up, and a pick there. Looks like Olbigus is a little bit worse for wear going off. See if he can just shake it up a little bit or he'll come back on. Oakville slows things down right now. It's Cree Blakely with it. Blakely, 15 on the shot clock. Woodland in for Renault. Back for Blakely. Blakely cuts it towards the center. It's back for Renault. Shot clock winding down. Only 5 left. Renault gets it back over. Shot from wide by Johnson. It goes awry. Now is up for grabs. There were 2 players back, 1 for each team, and it's Jay McMahon coming up with it. McMahon with a head of speed. McMahon, the pass, the shot, and scores! Top corner, Cree Blakely opens the scoring with a goal for the Oakville Titans. Great pass ahead by Jay McMahon. He found Cree Blakely, and he made no mistake hitting the top corner. And finally, 8:27 into the first, we have the Gaines' first goal. It's 1-0 Oakville. It's Blakely's 11th goal in the season. 4 goals in 2 games. Face off back to center. Young in the face-off, and Young will come up with it. He out-muscles Josh Beaver the ball. It's back to Olbicus. He looks no worse for wear. He's back on the floor, and he'll go off now to get the offense. Eddie Renault up ahead for the captain, Gage Board. Board drops it off for Johnston. Back for Mulduke. Now it's Woodland, 12 on the shot clock. Pass over to Ryan Johnston. There's a shot by Board, a save by Wilson in the crest. Now in transition are the James gang up ahead for McNean Hewitt. Hewitt coming in, takes a shot, he scores! What a side-winding shot there by McNean Hewitt. And just like that, we're tied at 1. If you give him that much space, you may as well shoot. What a great shot there by McNean Hewitt to beat Craig Wendy. And we're tied at 1, just over 9 minutes gone here in the first period. Back to center for the draw. Bean and Young this time. It's scooped up by Olbicus. Olbicus coming down. Pass over to Blakely. Doesn't work, and Ennismore will pick it up. Up the floor, it's Matt Fountain. Matt Fountain just trying to slow it down to get the offense on the floor. Fountain has it. He's got to take a shot maybe. Defense are on him. He'll drop it back for Sands. Getting it over for Jeff Swift. 14 on the shot clock. It's over for McWilliams. Cole McWilliams juking and jiving down there, but he's defending well. Takes a shot. It's high and over the net. 5 on the shot clock. Can they hurry one on and get net? Good defense there by Oakville. Just throw it down. It's going to be a shot clock violation against the James gang. So we're nearing the halfway point of the first period. Just 1 goal aside right now. Hewitt for Ennismore and Blakely for Oakville. Now it's Corbett coming in. Patrick Corbett takes the shot. He scores. Nice footwork there by Patrick Corbett to rush in, stay out of the crease, and put it by Brandon Wilson. And it's 2-1 Oakville with exactly 10 minutes to go in the first period. Shots are 9-7 in favor of the home side, the Titans. So you're watching Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Bean and Young to take the draw again. And another win, that's 3 in a row right now for Chris Young, who's really excelling at the faceoff dot. They'll leave it for Curtis Woodland. Woodland will keep. Gets it over. Cree Blakely. Get over to Woodland. Woodland, 14 to shot clock. Woodland. It's down low for Blakely. Blakely, 9 to shot clock. Loses the handle. Has to hurry to get something off. Blakely coming up with a shot clock winding down. Blakely shoots. It's off the post. Oh, what a chance there. But he gets a new 30. He gets crushed to the boards by Josh Bean. And now the ball pops loose, picked up by Blakely. 20 on the shot clock. They'll slow things down as they pass it back to Johnston. Off the bench and taking the pass is Woodland. Getting it down low for Eddie Renault. Over to Johnston. Back for Blakely. Trying to get in tight for Renault. Broken up by Nolan. Ball's up for grabs. Picked up by Blakely. Blakely. Back to Johnson. Winds it fires. Kicked away by Wilson. New 30 on the clock, but it's scooped up by Dalton Hill. And he'll bring it back up the floor for the James gang. Here comes Hill. Hill's going to go for a run. Drops it off. Back for Jeff Swift. Walks up, takes a shot. And Wendy squeezes the 5-hole to keep it out. Nice save there by Wendy to keep us a 2-1 Oakville lead. He'll feed ahead for Yvonne Bolduc. Bolduc will just roll it over to Gage Board. Board has it for Woodland. Back for Johnston. In tight, there's a shot by Board, a save by Wilson, and it's picked up by the James gang. It's Fountain up ahead for Brad Baker. Baker, pass it back for Mickle. Back for Baker. Now it's back for Parker Sands. Off the bench to McWilliams. Cole McWilliams gets a pick. Williams, there's a pass, a shot, and a goal. It's put in by Matt Evans. At the nice feed by Cole McWilliams. Evans ties the game at 2 with 7:55 remaining in the first period. Just like last week, a back and forth affair to start this one. Very tight early on, and that's where we sit 2-2 the score. Matt Evans striking for Ennismore. Here off the draw is Chris Young. He'll take a shot and a save by Wilson. Up ahead are the James gang. It's Hewitt who has one of the 2 goals for Ennismore tonight. He'll leave it for the captain, Swift. Jeff Swift. Down for Baker. Back for Mickle. Over to McWilliams, takes a shot. Nice save kicked away there by Wendy. Now it's picked up by the Titans. That's Hunter Agus with it. Agus has it. We'll drop it back for Board. Over for Woodland. Coming up ahead is Bolduc. Feeds it ahead for Sawyer Howell. Get over Renault. 10 on the shot clock. It's the captain Board. Gage Board. Over for Bolduc. 5 on the shot clock. Bolduc. Feeds it across. It's broken up by the James gang. Be a shot clock violation though, and Swift is holding his head, but he did a good defensive job there, and a shot clock violation against the Titans. Now it's Cam Crow. He'll go off now for the offense. He'll leave it for Josh Gilray. Gilray. Cross there for Evans. And Matt Evans coming in again, spinning around. Evans looking to feed somebody. He does. There's a shot. Saved by Wendy as he robs Parker Sands. Trying a long pass and intercepted by Sands. And a chat from the bench there for that one. Sands trying to get it down low for McWilliams. Broke it up. McWilliams trying to get it back. He's pushed off the ball. And it's picked up by Oakville with 6:13 to go here in the first. 2-2 the score. Now it's Olbicus. Olbicus winds, fires, but he misses the net. Rebound goes right into the stick of Renault. Down for Curtis Woodland. Woodland hits Blakely coming off the bench. Work it down low. Trying to play here. It's Thompson. Barbie Johnson, and we have our first penalty call of the night. As Urbessi's going to make the call. I believe it's going to go against the Oakville Titans. It's going to be Creed Blakely going off for high sticking, so the first power play of the game. It's going to go to the road team, the Ennismore James gang, to see if they can take the lead. They'll work it back for Evans. Over to Gilray. Gilray gets the return feed. Gilray back to Evans. Evans. Mickle back to Evans. Swift. Gilray. Gilray. His pass broken up. Good defense there by Oakville. It's pushed ahead by Alec Tamas. Picked up though. Foreigner Shaka takes a shot. It's out of play, and it's going to be Oakville ball. Minute and a half to go in the power play for Ennismore. Get the pass ahead for Gage Board. Board has it. Just going to try to eat up as much clock here on the penalty kill as they can. It's Board with it. Gage Board. Spinning back for Oakville. Board takes a whack. 13 to struggle. He's just happy to just eat up the clock here. He just wants to get a shot on goal to get a fresh 30. That's all he's doing. Here comes Board. Moving in. It's a pass. Woodland shoots and he misses the net. And it's going to be a shot clock violation, or would have been, but Ennismore picked it up just before the clock expired. Dalton Hill. Drop it back for Matt Evans, who has the tying goal right now for Ennismore. And for Gilray, 45 to go in the power play. It's Evans. Takes a shot. Missed wide. Right back to Swift. The Gilray shoots. Nice pad save by Wendy. Scooped up by Alec Tamas. Tamas trying, gets bowled over but gets the pass ahead. Good heads-up play there by Tamas. Takes the licking and keeps on ticking. Now Olbicus with it. 18 on the shot clock. Olbicus has an opening. Takes a shot and a nice save with the shoulder by Wilson. Last call here in the power play for Ennismore. 10 to go. Can he get one last shot here? It's Evans. Evans has it. Over to Gilray. Over to Swift. Swift takes a shot. It's off a player front. Power play is over. The Titans kill it off. Ball's over grabs it. Here we go. Picked up by Jay McMahon. Maybe a 3-on-1. 3-on-2 now. The pass, the shot, the goal! Ben Heidegger puts it in as the defense strikes for Oakville, and they take a 3-2 lead. A big momentum swing to kill the penalty, and they can go up on the rush, and Ben Heidegger makes the James gang pay, and it's 3-2 Titans with 3:31 to go in the first period. Face up back to center floor. Young dies, can't get the ball this time, but he pushed it ahead, and it's picked up by Ryan Nolan. Now it's ahead for McNean Hewitt. Hewitt has one of the two goals. He's trying to get another one here for Ennismore. He'll take a shot. Hewitt lines, fires. Wendy makes a save this time. New 30 on the clock for Ennismore. They'll work it back for Gilray. Over to McWilliams. McWilliams finds an opening, comes up, but the ball pops out and it's scooped up by Wendy. Wendy, the long feed ahead off the bench, but Woodland can't handle it cleanly. Has time to recover. Scoop it up. Gets it down low. Chance now for Corbett. Corbett being worked over hard. Has it still. Corbett. Work it down low for Bolduc. Bolduc. It's a string of Renault off the bench. Renault makes a move, spins around, but he loses the ball. Picked up by Bolduc. Shoot! And they just got it off before the shot clock expired, but picked up by Ennismore. Feeds it ahead now for Matt Fountain. Fountain racing up the floor with it for Ennismore. Fountain makes a move, cuts in and shoots, but he just missed the left post. Saw an opening, but just fired it wide. Good chance there for Fountain. Back the other way comes Oakville. They'll leave it for Ryan Johnston. 20 in the shot clock, 2 minutes to go here in the first. Home team up 3-2. Nice passing around this time for Johnston. 10 on the shot clock. Johnston down low for Woodland, shoots and scores. A big rocket shot there by Curtis Woodland to beat Brandon Wilson, and Oakville double their lead. It's 4-2 with a minute 47 to go in the opening period. It's going to be Bean and Young to take the draw again. That's center floor. Look at Bean really working over hard. You can see the blood pressure finally with a good face-off win there by Bean to finally beat Young. I think the first time tonight he's done that. Up ahead is Dalton Hill. Hill. Feed it back for Mickle. Mickle ahead for McWilliams. Williams drops it back for Matt Evans. Evans looking for an opening. Evans spins off one player. Trying to pass McWilliams. It's broken up. Nicely there by Corbett. Corbett double teamed. I think he was held a little bit there. There's going to be a penalty call coming up against Ennismore. Yep. As referee John Watson will make the call. It's going to be a hold against Ennismore. It looks like the sniper Dan Mickle is going to be the guilty party. So with 1:13 to go here in the first, Oakville get their first power play to try to add some more to the board. Here we go. Curtis Woodland with it. Woodland for Johnston. For Blakely. Back to Johnston. For Woodland. To Renault. Renault takes a shot and scores! Eddie Renault strikes in the power play just 11 seconds in. And it's 5-2 Titans with 1:02 to go in the opening period. Fast Eddie Renault with another goal on the man advantage. 5-2 Oakville over Ennismore. 1 minute to go here in the first. The shots 18-15 in favor of the Titans. Another face-off win for Chris Young. Drops it back for Ulbicus. Renault has the ball again. Under a minute to go here in the first. Captain Board hits Bolduc. Over for Johnston. Johnston, 15 on the shot clock. Johnson spinning around, has the ball. He'll wind it, fire, and shoot, scores! Ryan Johnson this time with a long rocket that finds the back of the net past Brandon Wilson. At 6-2 Titans. 4 unanswered for Oakville here with 38.4 to go in the first period. Speaking with the coaching staff before the game of Ennismore, they said they haven't been able to put a full 60 together yet. They've always had one tough period. Maybe this will be their tough period here tonight. Maybe they'll mount a comeback after that. We'll have to see. But right now it's been all Oakville since this game was tied at 2. 4 straight goals for the Titans as they try to clinch a playoff spot here tonight in Ontario Series Lacrosse. And then Chris Young wins another draw. There's a 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock, and they're going to pull Wendy for the extra attacker. See if they can score a goal. And you see the coaching there. Jim Johnson telling his squad 6 on the floor for Oakville. 10 on the shot clock, 15 in the period. It's Woodland. Over for Renault. Back to Blakely, shoots, misses the net. The clock stopped. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving here. It's Corbett. And a battle there in front of the net. With Brad Baker, looks like both are going to go off for coincidental minors there. When the shot clock expired, the clock stopped as well, so there should probably be about a shot clock violation should have happened against Oakville. There should probably be about a second or two off the clock because the clock did stop when the shot clock stopped. Because there was no timeout called that I could see. So I'd say probably about a second to 2 seconds should be off the clock right now. It probably should be Ennismore ball. See what happens here. You see both teams going to their respective benches for a second. They are going to give Ennismore like the ball here in the last few seconds. I don't know if there's going to be any change in the clock here. We'll have to see. They're going to give an extra second to the clock, so 5.4, and Ennismore will have the ball, so one last shot for them here to maybe get within 3. Here comes Evans. Evans. Now there's a shot by Swift and a save by Wendy as the buzzer goes to end. Welcome back to Ontario Series Lacrosse and the JVI Sports Network. Alan Corgan with you from the track in Oakville. The Titans lead the Ennismore James Gang 6-2, about to begin the second period of play. The game was tied at 2, but Oakville reeled off 4 straight goals to end that period. Lots of momentum here for the Titans to start, but we'll see what happens. Last week, Ennismore had a 5-2 lead after the first, and then Oakville came back to win. So Oakville knows they just got to keep the foot on the pedal if they want to get a victory here. Ennismore is a hungry team. They're trying to inch their way back into a playoff spot. Right now, they are 4 points back of Brooklyn for that last playoff spot, 4th place. but Brooklyn has a game in hand. So here we go, ready to drop the ball on the second period. Official Robeski puts it down. It's going to be Ball and Young. This time, Bean, I should say, and he wins and he gets it up ahead. Here's a break for Hewitt. He shoots and he scores! And just like that, the James gang gets one back. Big face-off win by Josh Bean and a big goal by McNean Hewitt, his second of the night, and it's 6-3, just 7 seconds into the second period. Nothing like striking quick. Back to center, Josh Bean, Chris Young to take the draw. It's picked up again. Look, to try to hit Hewitt again. They do, here he comes, shoots. This time it's stopped by Wendy. That play almost worked a second time. We almost had 2 goals in 16 seconds for the James gang, both by Hewitt, but that time Wendy read him like a book and made the save. But great effort there by Hewitt. Already has 2 goals tonight, looking for the hat trick, and he almost had it there just 16 seconds into the period. Now Oakville still has a 3-goal lead, trying to get another one back here. Woodland brought down. It's wide down. He tries to throw it in front. It's broken up by Matt Fountain. He's one-on-one with McMahon. Here comes Fountain, breaking in. Fountain shoots. Tries to bounce one in, and he can't. But they do get a reset of the shot clock. But now it's Oakville picking it up. It's the captain Board. Gage Board with it. For the Titans. Board trying to come up. Board gets a pick. Gets it into Renault. Renault shoots. Oh, big save there by Wilson. Back the other way. Come to James Gang. 2-on-1. Parker Sands shoots. And he's off Wendy. Makes a save and a new 30 on the clock. It's Sands again. Drops it back for Evans. Matt Evans will bounce it across for Swift. Ahead, here's a chance now. Mickle shoots and he scores! Dan Mickle, who had 5 last week against Oakville, gets his first of the night. And 2 quick ones here in the second for the James gang, and are only down by 2. It's 6-4, 18:27 to go in the second. Back to now it's up ahead. Chris Young gets a feed over. There's a shot and a goal! Alec Tamas rifles one by. Brandon Wilson and Oakville gets one back. It's a 7-4 Titans lead. 18:16 to go here in the second period. It's 2 quick ones. One by the James gang and then one by the Titans. And there's still 11 seconds left in the coincidental minors to the teams. It's a 4-on-4 floor. It's Bean and Young wins the draw. He'll roll it all the way back for Olbicus. Olbicus with it for the Titans. Players are back on the floor, so we're 5-on-5 again. Olbicus with some speed up the floor. Olbicus draws it back. Woodland winds, fires, and a save by Brandon Wilson right in the bottom of his paddle. At the timeout being called here by Ennismore, I think it's a equipment issue there for Brandon Wilson. I think something popped loose there that he made that save. So he's gone back to the bench to get his paddle fixed. And so at the same time, you'll see Craig Wendy go to the Oakville bench to get a deserved drink of water. So we had 3 quick goals here in the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds of the second period. The first 2 scored by the James gang. It was Hewitt and then Mickle. And then just moments ago, you had Alec Tamas striking for Oakville. And that's where we sit 7-4. Titans lead the James gang. Shots favor the Titans 23-19. As you see the stick over there being attended to Brandon Wilson. It came loose there after he made that save. So the training staff there trying to sew it up. Get some new threads in there to make sure there's no holes in it. So a bit of a pause in the action here. So now Mickle gets another goal here tonight. He's 1 away from 30 in the season. He has 29, which leads all scorers in Ontario Series Lacrosse. So they're still tending to the big paddle of Wilson. Referee Watson coming over now to check on it, and it's good to go. And they're ready to play on to get a nice fist bump between the two goalies, Wilson and Wendy. Lots of respect here between the two clubs. I have seen not much animosity. There's a lot of laughing and stuff even when they go back to draws, so that's good to see, despite the heated battle on the floor. So Ennismore ball, trying to get back within 2. They'll work it over for Mickle. Has a shot, trying to bounce it in there was Sands again. Now it's picked up. It might be a break. Up the floor is Kenny Sprout. Sprout shoots. Oh, and a big arm save by Wilson. Scott Kenny Sprout. Up the floor. There's a pass, a shot. Big save there by Wendy as he comes across to rob Jeff Swift of that long fee went ahead. So 2 big saves at either end right now as the goalies try to get back the spotlight. Now it's Sawyer Howell. Over for Blakely. Down low for Johnston. He'll come up top and leave it for Board. Over to Eddie Renault. Renault cuts into the high slot. Renault. 12 on the shot clock. We'll work it down for Blakely. Cree Blakely, 5 in the shot clock. Blakely spins by the defense, trying to get a shot. 3 to go in the shot clock. He has to hurry. Takes a shot, but he misses wide. A shot clock violation against the Titans. Back up the floor, it's Cam Crow. Crow has a time. He shoots, but it's high over that. There's a rebound for Sands, but he misses 2. And up the floor comes Oakville. The one player got knocked down, but here comes Agus. Agus will work it over for Blakely, and the offense gets on the floor for Oakville. It's back for Johnston. Johnston. Cross floor to Woodland. Woodland cuts into the high slot. Woodland. Back for Blakely. Cross for Board to Blakely. But it's intercepted. Back up the court. Come to James Gang. It's Ryan Nolan. Big battle in front there. Nolan has it. 4 minutes into the second period, 7-4 Oakville. 15 on the shot clock. Nolan. Drop it back for Gilray. Josh Gilray sees an opening. Wendy gets a piece of that one. It's out of play. And it will be Ennismore ball. Gilray. High pass over to Swift. Swift now cuts in, has an opening, shoots, misses wide. Rebound is back out. Swift can't handle it. That's picked up by Kenny Sprout. Oh, a big hit there, and it's interception by Ennismore. In the shot clock. Drop it off. Here's a chance, a shot. Blocked in front. And it's going to be a shot clock violation against Ennismore. I think they got a couple extra seconds actually on that, but here we go. Pass ahead for Corbett. Corbett. Pass over Cree Blakely. 5 minutes into the second period, it's a 7-4 Titans lead. They get it down for Eddie Renault. Renault back for Woodland. Woodland shoots. Getting a piece of that one was Wilson to keep it out. Now it's Parker Sands. Sands. It's down low. Nice pass across, but McWilliams can't handle it. Oh, and a big hit there is Gilray knocks down his man. He's going to get a penalty for that. So he doesn't agree with it very much, but Josh Gilray's going to go off, I believe. It's going to be 2 minutes for holding against Josh Gilray, and it's going to be an Oakville power play with 14:35 to go. Second period, 7-4 Titans lead to James Gang here on Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Working it down for Blakely. Back for Johnston. Over to Woodland for Eddie Renault. Renault. Johnson. Woodland takes a shot. Bounces off a James Gang player right to Wilson. A long pass ahead. Nice scoop there by Fountain as an Oakville player gets bowled over. Now it's Fountain shorthanded. But it's intercepted by Gage Board. Picks off the pass. Gage Board racing up the floor with it for the Titans. Now he'll put on the brakes and wait for some players to join the rush. He'll bounce it back for Eddie Renault. Over to Thompson, down for Blakely. For Johnston, back for Woodland. To Eddie Renault. Renault for Johnston, back to Renault. 8 on the shot clock. Curtis Woodland trying to get across at Blakely. 4 on the shot clock, has to hurry. Blakely takes a shot, save. And it's scooped up by Wilson. Wilson up ahead. Some defense there. They try to whack it away from Fountain, but they can't. Pass ahead there. Doesn't hit Swift. Swift with a crunch there in his player. Oh, and look at this little battle here between Swift and Agus. Couple fists going up, and Swift is a hot under the collar right now. The captain of Ennismore, some real heart and vigor there. I think it's going to be offsetting minors, it looks like. Swift's going to go off for Ennismore. And is he giving both Oakville players penalties or just the one? I think both Oakville players are getting penalties there. That's a bit of a shock. I can understand a little bit why Hunter Agus is going off. Not sure, though, Olbicus is going off. It seemed like just Swift come by and gave him a punch there. But, so it's a double minor to Swift, and then single minors to Hunter Agus and Brett Olbicus. Bit of an interesting sequence on there. But it all evens out because it's 4 minutes to Swift and then 2 to Olbicus and Agus. 7-4, Oakville leads Ennismore here with 13:21 remaining in the second period. So after all that, we're ready to go. James Gang ball, and it's 3-on-3, lots of open floor to play with here. Working back for Dan Mickle. Mickle trying to pass over to McWilliams. Broken up for the moment. McWilliams will be able to get it back. 15 on the shot clock. Cole McWilliams. McWilliams, loses the handle. This might be an opening for Oakville. The long pass ahead. And I think they waited. They come off a little too quickly. That's going to be Ennismore ball. Now it's Roy Nolan passing it ahead off the bench. Parker Sands. Pardon me, that's Evans. Matt Evans with it. Apologies. Over to Cole McWilliams. So now Ennismore is on the power play for a minute. McWilliams takes a shot and scores! Picks the top corner, does Cole McWilliams. And Ennismore gets one back at 7-5 with 12:26 to go. In the second, that's a power play goal. So we'll have some 4-on-4 action for a minute 5, and then it'll be an Oakville power play. So a nice shot there by Cole McWilliams, who I believe once played for the Green Gales of the Junior B Loop. Another strong lacrosse organization. So face-off back to center, 12:26 remaining. And another face-off win for Chris Young, who's been hot in the face-off dot here today. I think he's won, I'd say, about 85-90% of the draws. Now Oakville's going to try to get that one back. So they're nearing the 8-minute mark of the second period. Johnston over to Board. Down for Eddie Renault. Back for Johnston. They're working in. There's a chance for Blakely, and it's stopped by Wilson. They get it back. Board's left way out. Makes a cut, but a save again by Wilson. Back up the court. Come the James Gang. It's Brett Coons. Coons winds, fires. Wendy's makes the save. Coons gobbles up the rebound, though, and a new 30 on the clock for the James Gang. He takes a hit, but gets it back for Gilray. Josh Gilray, 18 on the shot clock. Gilray trying to get by the defense there. He's being held there a little bit. Gilray feeds it back to McWilliams. It's over his head, though. McWilliams trying to keep it in front of his bench. Nice whack ahead for Mickle. Mickle takes a shot. Wendy closes the 5-hole and makes the save. Now with a long feed ahead to the captain, Gage Board. Board, 2-on-1. There's a pass in for Blakely, and we have a whistle. And we don't know what happened there. The Oakville bench is up in arms. Just wondering why the whistle. I was trying to follow the play and something happened behind, and the official Werbeski blew the whistle. I think it was a blown call there, but I think he was just a little bit whistle happy here. But it is Oakville ball to get a new 30 on the clock. That's a power play for the Titans. They work it around. Drop it back. Johnson. They try to get over to Blakely. Misses him. 14 to shot clock. Blakely has it. Lays a spin move. Over to Woodland. Woodland winds and fires. Misses the net. Scooped up by Matt Fountain. Gets it ahead. It's a race for the ball. Olbakis can't get to it first. It's picked up by Dalton Hill. Hill with it. Trying to kill off some clock here as the James Ganger shorthand. Nice juking and jiving there by Dalton Hill to elude the Oakville player. Now it's McWilliams. Cole Williams directing traffic. 8 on the shot clock. Has to hurry. McWilliams cutting in. Gets the shot up. That's a shot clock violation against Ennismore. Nearing the halfway point of the second. James Gang down by 2. Oakville has a power play for another 50 seconds. Blakely. Now for Woodland to Renault. Board. Renault. Woodland. Johnston. Woodland. Renault to Blakely. The board shoots a big save coming across. Brandon Wilson. It's loose, and then he jumps out to scoop it up in his crease. Now up the floor with it. For the James Gang, it is Fountain. He'll play it over. 15 in the shot clock, just a 2-second differential between the game clock and the penalty. There's a nice pass in, but it misses. Nichols. One last chance here, maybe the power play. It's a break. Hunter Agus coming in. Agus shoots. He missed the net. Now it's Blakely with it. But it's going to be even straight now as the Ennismore James Gang kill off the penalty. Chance there for Agus. Now it's Blakely spinning by. Blakely gets a pick. Pass it for Renault shoots, but he just whistles one wide. And it'll be a shot clock violation against the Titans with 9 minutes to go here in the second period. And the home team leads 7-5. It's down below me. It's Cam Crow getting it back for Jeff Swift. Swift down for McWilliams. McWilliams with it. Leans back for Swift. The pass is a little high. Now the goalie's out to maybe play it. Scooped up. Oh, and a job there. Nice job shooting it down the floor. But it's scooped up by Olbakis. Olbakis gets it ahead for Alec Thomas. The floor come the Rock. Or pardon me, the Titans. Now a chance here for Oakville to get some more here. Nice job. Renault shoots. He misses the net. But Will's got a piece of that. Wilson standing his ground there, allowing his mates to come out with it. Up the floor, it's Ryan Nolan. Nolan. It's a pass across. Streaking Gilray. Trying to work the ball in. It's up for grabs, picked up by Evans. Matt Evans takes a shot just at the end of the shot clock, and Wendy makes a save. Up the floor, Sawyer Howell. Howell trying to get off the floor, get into the offense. He does, feeds it across. They'll pass it over to Gage Board. Board cuts in Board. Pass to Renault, he shoots, but he whistles it wide. Rebound gobbled up by Matt Fountain. 7:20 to go here in the second. A 7-5 Oakville lead. Fountain with the ball. Fountain looking for somebody to pass to down low so we can get off for the offense. It's it off McWilliams. Now for Mickle. They try to get out front. That's for Parker Sands. Back to McWilliams. McWilliams center of the shot. Takes a shot. It bounces out of play, and it's going to be Oakville ball. Obicus to pick it up for the Titans. Head for Gage Board. Gage Board with it for Oakville. Takes a whack, keeps the ball. It's over for Woodland. Woodland has it. Feeds it back for Johnston. Johnson back for Woodland. Tries to pass it in there, and Blakely gets knocked down. And it's going to be a penalty call here. A holding call against the James gang. It's going to be Dalton Hill going off for 2 minutes or less for the hold. So 6:35 remaining in the second period. An Oakville power play. They're up 7-5, trying to get another one here. Ball is left there for Curtis Woodland. Woodland for Johnston. Blakely. Johnston. Woodland. Renault. Board. Gage Board. Pass to Blakely, and getting a piece of that was Wilson. Ball's up for grabs. Board trying to battle for that ball. Big battle down here. Big hit there. They're going to give possession to the James gang. Up with it quickly is Ryan Nolan. But then he leaves it back for Brett Coons. Coons cuts in. He'll go off for a change. Leaves it for Mickle. Dan Mickle. Cross for Josh Gilray. Trying to hit Swift down low. Can't. Ball scooped up by Kenny Sprott. Sprott coming up the floor with a rush. Sprott. It's over for Blakely. He'll go off. Blakely back for Woodland. 18 in the shot clock. 1:08 to go in the power play. Johnston down over Blakely. Back to Johnston. For Woodland. To Eddie Renault. To Johnston. Behind that, Blakely tries the bank shot. Doesn't work at end. He steps in the crease. Crease violation, Oakville. 5.5 left here in the middle stanza. And it's still a 7-5 Titans lead on the JVI Sports Network. Al Corcoran with you from the Toronto Athletic Center in Oakville. McWilliams. And for Mickle. For Nichols, Steve Nichols. 2 seconds left. One shot clock violation against Ennismore, but they were just trying to eat up some clock there on that penalty kill. It only has 25 left. Under 5 left in the period. Bounce pass for Eddie Renault. He'll get it over to Gage Board. For Renault. To Woodland. Back to Renault. For Woodland. Woodland. 10 on the shot clock. Woodland steps up and shoots, and he scores. Power play goal. Curtis Woodland putting it through some traffic. And it's 8-5 Oakville with 4:38 remaining in the second period. Young and Bean again to take the draw. They're going to give Oakville possession after all that. Transition pass for Blakely. And for Board, he shoots. It's off the post. But a new 30 for Oakville. Good chance there for the captain. Now it's Board. Board has it, waiting for Snipers to get on the floor. We get over to Bolduc. Yvonne Bolduc. Before he gets checked, gets it over to Gage Board. 14 to shot clock. Eddie Renault cutting in. Renault takes a shot kicked away by Wilson. New 30 on the clock. Double teamed is the Oakville player. Board. So fighting for that ball. Now picked up by the James gang. They're going to bring it out. It's Parker Sands. He's down for Swift. Back for Ryan Nolan. Nolan for Swift. Jeff Swift over for Gilray. Josh Gilray, 10 to shot clock. Gilray steps back and shoots, but it's well wide. We get picked up by Swift. They get it in, shot a goal, and it goes out of play. And down on the play is Hunter Agus. He got tied up there with a player, and he's a little slow to get up. See what he's favoring there. They got to stick up high a little bit there. Looks like he's okay. He's got to go off to the bench. Oakville ball, 3:30 left in the second period. See what they can do. Everything gets some more on the board before the end of the second. Working around. It's Eddie Renault with it. Renault. Cross floor. They try to work it into Woodland. Can't do it. Now it's Renault with a shot. Save the rebound. And a goal. Nice job on the Captain Gage board. The board man delivers, putting it over the shoulder of Brandon Wilson. And it's 9-5 Titans with 3:07 to go in the second period. So as you've heard a lot this week in the NBA, I guess the board man's going to get paid. Shots are 37-28 in favor of the Oakville Titans. Another face-off win for Young. He's been lights out in that face-off circle tonight. That's over to Cree Blakely. He'll go across for board. 18 on the shot clock. It's a 9-5 Oakville League board coming again. For Corbett. Back for Bolduc. Bolduc. It's over to Eddie Renault. Renault coming in. Renault winds, fires, and a save. But stepping into crease there was Blakely. So it's Ennismore ball. Up ahead for Ryan Nolan. Nolan coming up. Waiting for the offense to get on the floor. He'll feed it for McWilliams. Cole McWilliams. To Evans, shoots, makes a move and scores! Faked the first shot, but he buried the second. A great job by Matt Evans. And it's 9-6 for the Oakville Titans with 2:25 to goal. As the James gang gets one back. Second of the night for Matt Evans. As he drew in Wendy with that first attempt. He faked it, and then he put in the second shot. And 2:25 remaining. It's a 3-goal game. So let's see what happens here in the last of the second period. Face-off win this time by Josh Bean, much to the happiness of some of their fans. Here they come. Drop it off for Jeff Swift. Swift being worked over hard there by the defense, and there's a pick. They're battling for it just down below our broadcast position. And it's scooped up by the Ennismore goalie. Long feed ahead for Swift. He handles it. Over to Gilray. Shot clock winding down. Pass over. But good defense there by Alec Tamas to get the shot clock violation for Ennismore. Back up the floor come the Titans. Gage board. Board has it. For Johnston. Down low for Blakely. Blakely for board. Back for Woodland. Woodland shoots and a save by Wilson. Now look at that up ahead. For Josh Miller. Miller trying to bowl his way past Corbett. Here he comes. Miller. It's a feed over, but it misses his teammate. Now Mickle with the rebound. There's a pass. Saved by Wendy as he stops Steve Nichols. Bounce pass ahead for Corbett. He's being worked over hard. A good job by McWilliams. Now McWilliams gets pushed off it, but he still hangs on to the ball. Under a minute to go here. Pass to Swift. Takes a shot, but he whistles it wide. Rebound finds way out to McWilliams. He's in a battle with Sprout for the ball. Now it's Matt Evans. Evans, 14 the shot clock, 45 in the period. Evans again. Has it. Feeds it back for Gilray. They get it back. Swift. His pass step blocked down. And here comes Hunter Agus with it. 2-on-1. Agus racing up the floor. Agus the pass. Blakely shoots and scores. Picks the top corner again. Another goal by Cree Blakely off a beautiful pass from Hunter Agus. And the Oakville Titans are in double digits, 10-6, with 25.5 to go here in the second period. That was a textbook 2-on-1, how you set it up. Pass from Agus. And the goal by Blakely. And it's 10-6 Oakville with 25.5 seconds left in the second period. Now let a face-off here, probably for last possession of the period. And it's Young again. And they'll get the timeout with 21.5 to go, as the Titans will play for last possession of the second period. The shot's 40-31 in favor of Oakville. And again, you see both goalies giving each other a fist bump as they go off for a quick drink of water. He said these teams just seem to have, there's a hard battle out in the floor, but they seem to have a lot of respect for each other as they go off. There's always a little bit of joking around and stuff, so that's good to see some camaraderie in the game, despite the heated battle on the floor. I think probably in past circles and maybe currently with other teams, some of these guys are teammates. So that's what you see in lacrosse a lot. They play in so many different clubs. They might be enemies on one night, and they might be teammates the next. So it'll be last possession to Oakville with 21.5 to go in the second as they try to up their lead to 5 heading into the locker room after 40 minutes. Coming back to retrieve the ball will be Curtis Woodland. So here we go. Woodland will walk it up slowly. Goalie is pulled, extra attacker on for Oakville to try to get one on the board here. Another one before the end of the period. It's Woodland. Here's a shot, and it rolls in. No, they're not going to give it to him. I thought it went in. Now a chance at the empty net. It's shot. Oh, just over the goal there by Brandon Wilson. And that's going to do it for the second period. Welcome back to Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Alan Corrigan with you from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville. The Oakville Titans lead the Ennismore James Gang 10-6, but to begin the third period of play. Shots on goal favor the Titans 41-31. We'll start the third. 5-on-5 is the goalie for Ennismore. Brandon Wilson gets his gear on, getting ready to go. It looks like he's good to go now, so we're going to place the ball at the center dot and get underway here. Nope, he's got the mask on. Is he a little... had a little bit of trouble there. There we go. I think he's good. He probably just needs a strap. Referee Watson's got to go in and have a look at him. Make sure that it's on properly. Interesting move, but so he's ready to go. He's had a pretty good night. He's stopping what he can, but it's just tough. Lots of good shooters in this Oakville team. And another face-off control there by Oakville, and they'll play it back, and it's Brett Olbicus leaving the head for Gage Board. So Oakville gets first possession here of the third period, trying to add to their lead. Yvonne Bolduc over to Curtis Woodland. Down for Gage Board. Ryan Johnson, 10 on the shot clock. Johnson whips back and shoots, and a save by Brandon Wilson. Up the floor come the James Gang. Dalton Hill cuts towards the middle. Backtracks and will throw it back for Steve Nichols. Over to Hill. Rifles it across for McWilliams. Williams makes a nice move, trying to get by. 8 on the shot clock. Mickle. Comes Steve Nichols. Nichols takes a shot, makes a move, and scores! Great individual effort by Steve Nichols as the James Gang get one back. It's 10-7 with 19 minutes to go here in the third period. Great job there by Steve Nichols, walking in, making a move, and putting it by Craig Wendy. And a minute into the third period, it's a 3-goal deficit for Ennismore. They're down 10-7. They can get a little run going here. You never know what's going to happen. They try to bank some points here tonight. It's going to be tough. Oakville's a strong team. With a win here tonight, the Titans will clinch a playoff spot. Face-off controlled. Big hit there by Bean running into Olbicus. Josh Bean scoops it up. Takes a couple of hacks and he'll drop it back for the captain, Jeff Swift. And Bean gets a hand for his effort there by the bench. 18 in the shot clock. They'll work it down low. Ricky Hewitt, there's a shot. It's off the post and it didn't roll in. A good chance there for Swift. Trying to get another one back for the James gang. Creed Blakely will take the pass from Sprott and go off. Work it down to Woodland. Curtis Woodland. Back for Bolduc. Over to Creed Blakely. Blakely trying to spin in. Blakely getting some hacks and whacks. Held up a little bit there. Really being worked over there by Fat. Looking for a call. Not going to get one. 3 in the shot clock. Shoot by Bolduc. And he gets the fresh 30 in the clock, but it's picked up by the James gang. And now it's Ennismore with it. Coming up the floor, it's Steve Nichols, who had the goal, only goal here so far in the third period. Nichols goes across. Mickle, there's a pass in, a little too hard for Evans. And it's scooped up by Oakville. Pass will find its way to Kenny Sprott. Sprott coming up. Gets it over to Sawyer Howell. Drops it back for Ryan Johnston. Johnston has it, getting really worked over by Hill. Feed it back to Gage Board. 10 on the shot clock. Board. In for Eddie Renault. Renault cutting in. They have to hurry. It's Blakely for Woodland. Takes a shot and a save by Wilson. He'll hang on. Gets it ahead for Matt Fountain. Fountain. Bounce ahead for Swift. Jeff Swift. We'll get it over. Coming out the bench, McWilliams. So Gilray takes a shot. Whistles that one boy. Takes a funny hop, and it's scooped up by Corbett. Corbett up ahead. 2-on-1 maybe. Pass for Tamas. Tamas. The pass, the shot, a big save by Wilson to stop Chris Young. Back up the floor come the James gang. They have some momentum going right now. Swift takes the pass. Bounce it over to Mickle. Swift. Behind a goal for Evans. Back in for McWilliams. 10 on the shot clock. McWilliams looking for a pick. Feeds it over to Swift. Swift shoots. And Wendy has to be careful. That one makes a good save. And then he'll feed it up ahead for Brendan Heidecker. Heidecker coming down. Feeds it across. Woodland shoots. And a big save there by Brandon Wilson to keep it out. And it's inside the pads. He has to retrieve it. And he does. 4 minutes gone here in the third period. 10-7 Oakville leads the JVI Sports Network. Ontario Series lacrosse action. Here comes Ennismore again. Nice work there. But Josh Gilray was a little too much momentum there, and he stepped in the crease. Crease violation. Now it's Corbett with it. Pat Corbett. It's across for Creed Blakely. 20 on the shot clock. Blakely. Sit down for Eddie Renault. Renault. The season opening. Cuts in. And Wilson gets a piece of that one. Rebound finds its way to Johnston. Back for Creed Blakely. Over for Woodland. Woodland. Back for Blakely. Over to Corbett. Renault. Back to Corbett. Double teamed. And he coughs at the ball. Back comes the James gang. Maybe a 2-man break. Fountain. Fountain with it. Has to spin back as he was being defended nicely. The draw pass. Parker Sands coming in, but he whiffs. Now a chance for Brad Baker. Baker, though, gets pushed off the ball. And back up the floor comes Chris Young. Young to Board. Back to Young, but he can't handle the pass cleanly. Now a chance for Young to scoop it up, but he's bowled over by Dalton Hill. It's going to be Oakville ball, but they're just going to have to play it from back near the Ennismore bench. Now it's Gage Board. Board Over to Woodland. His shot is partially blocked. Goes into the corner. Picked up. They work it back to Cree Blakely. Trying to get down low. Broken up there by Fountain, and it's scooped up by the James gang. Coming up the court with it now is Dalton Hill. Hill with some speed. Drives back Swift. Swift takes a shot. He scores! Good shot there by Jeff Swift. I think he fooled the goalie. Fooled Craig Wendy there, and the James gang are within 2. It's 10-8 with 14-11 to go here in the third. So much better third period so far tonight for the James gang than last Sunday night when they were outscored 7-0 in that 16-8 loss. So they've outscored Oakville 2-0 so far here in the third tonight. Bean and Young again. Possession awarded to Oakville. Renault drops it off for Woodland. Oakville just up by 2 now. They started the period up by 4. Trying to get one back here. It's Johnston. Or for Gage Board. Gage Board to Woodland. He's knocked down there, getting a nice hand for the bench there, the defense of the James gang. Now it's Johnston. Takes a shot. We're going to a penalty call here against Ennismore. And they can't believe it, the players on the floor, but it's going to be an Oakville power play. 13:40 to go. As Brad Baker's going to go off for a high stick. Oh, and I think an Oakville player might have said something that the referee didn't like, and there goes the power play just like that as Chris Young said something. I don't think he wished the referee Rebeski a happy Father's Day there. It's probably a little bit more colorful than that, and we go from a power play Oakville to offsetting minor penalties, so it's going to be 4-on-4. That is you got to keep your emotions in check, especially in a tight game like this when Ennismore had the momentum. You could have had a power play to get your momentum back, but right now, too much mouth there, and it's a tough break for Oakville. Now, there's a shot, big save by Wendy. He leaves it for Ulbicus. Brett Ulbicus up the floor. Ulbicus over to Sawyer Howell. Work it down for Jamie McMahon. McMahon's going to direct traffic. The bats over Cree Blakely. Back for McMahon. Jamie McMahon. Nice feed over to Woodland. Woodland sees an opening, cuts in and shoots. Tries a bounce shot, but it's gobbled up and held by Brandon Wilson. 7 minutes gone here in the third period. It's a 10-8 game. A tight affair between Ennismore and Oakville in Ontario Series Lacrosse. Work it down for McWilliams. Nice move by McWilliams. Cuts in and shoots. And it bounces just past Wendy and out of play. And it's going to be Oakville ball. Kenny Sprott with it. Sprott. Leaves it for Gage Board and goes off. Gage Board. Leaves it for Cree Blakely. Blakely. For Johnston. Johnson has it. Shutting out Johnson. So working there's a chance. Board trying to cut in. 5 on a shot clock. Board. Out for Blakely. Blakely shoots, but he missed the net. Shot clock violation against the Titans. And they'll roll it over for Swift, who had the last goal for Ennismore to make it a 10-8 game. Jeff Swift. Swiftly coming up the court. Cuts in towards the center. Gets a pass over. There's a shot. Wendy with a huge save to Rob Gilray. Coming up the court, it's Ulbicus. Ulbicus with a head of speed. Ulbicus gets it down low for Thomas. He'll drop it back for Heidecker. We're back to 5-on-5. The players have served their minors. feed it back. It's Woodland. Woodland. Taver Heidecker. There's a cross. It's Renault cutting it. Renault shoots. Saved by Wilson. And it's picked up by Swift. Feeds it ahead for Ryan Nolan. Nolan at center. Drops it back for Steve Nichols. Nichols trying to find an opening. Gets a pick. Pass intercepted by Corbett. He was looking for Marker Sands. Corbett racing up the floor. Corbett has a goal here tonight. Pat Corbett. He can pass to somebody. Makes a move. Trying to spin by the D. Back for Johnston. Over to Woodland. 10 on the shot clock. Woodland winds, fires, but he missed the net. Comes all the way back. Only 3 in the shot clock. Picked up by Wendy. And he just gets it up to center. And it's a shot clock violation, Titans. Titans hanging on to a 2-goal lead here. But just over 10 to go here in the third. It's Swift. Bouncing it over for Gilray. Josh Gilray. Down low for Evans. Evans. Wise fire, score! It's off the post. Thought that went off the inside of the post. That was close. Great chance there for Evans. It's going to be Ennismore ball. Down low. Now, nice pass. Misses everybody. Trying to hit Mickle. Scooped up by Parker Sands. Sands. It's a pass up, but intercepted by Hunter Agus. Agus. Oh, he has some pushing and shoving here down low. It's going to be Ennismore ball. Now a shot. Oh, it misses as Mickle was looking for that opening. Now he has some more pushing and shoving here. And Jeff Swift a little too aggressive there, and he's going to get called for some extracurricular activity behind the play. So a slashing call against Ennismore captain Jeff Swift. As the Ennismore players over there trying to explain why aren't Oakville getting a penalty there. So a tough break here for the James gang. They got to kill a penalty here. They're down by 2. 9:48 remaining in the third period. Ontario Series Lacrosse here in the JVI Sports Network. Now it's Renault. And here for Woodland. Titans power play. They work it down low to Blakely. Johnston. Woodland. Renault. Johnston. Back to Renault. Shoots. Saved by Wilson. Up the floor come the James gang. Look at the rush by Brett Coons. Coons cuts in. Circles behind the goal, and he'll throw it out for Steve Nichols. Nichols takes a hack. Hangs on to the ball. Nichols loses the handle there as he was triple teamed. Up the floor, Sawyer Howell. 1:20 to go in the power play for Oakville. Howell leaves it for Cree Blakely. Blakely. It's back for Johnston. Renault. Renault has it back. Pass down low and a goal. What a pass by Eddie Renault. And what a snipe by Cree Blakely. Power play marker. 11-8 Oakville with 8:47 to go in the third. That's their 50th shot of the night, and they make it work for their 11th goal. Beautiful pass down low by Renault to Blakely, and he made no mistake. So we're right back to center for the draw. So whack there, and lots of whacking and smashing going on just down below our broadcast position between the players. Really battling hard for that ball. Ennismore knows they got to throw everything down with the kitchen sink at Oakville. They're down by 3. They know they can't let the next goal up if they want to have a chance to come back. They got to score. And the James gang with it. There's a chance they're spinning around. There's a pass out low. They're shooting. And they stepped in the crease. Crease violation. Here comes Jay McMahon with it. McMahon will stop and drop and put it back for Cree Blakely. Under 8 to go here in the third. Blakely has it, cuts in. Here goes Blakely moving in. And he stepped in the crease, so a crease violation this time against the Titans. Quickly up the other way come the James gang. Brad Baker. Drop it back for Swift. Swift will have a chip on his shoulder to getting that penalty. He wants to make amends here with a goal. You know, he wants to do something good here. Has a chance. A little bit of a hold there. They let it go. McWilliams over to Swift. Takes a shot up high, and it's stopped by the mask of Wendy. Wendy, the long feed ahead for Corbett. Corbett makes a move, cuts in, shoots. And it's partially stopped by Wilson. Back the other way comes Ennismore. They'll bounce it ahead for Mickle. They're going to have a stoppage here as the mask of Wendy got set on that shot there by Swifty. He got hit up high. I think he's just checking the mask to make sure it's okay because it was right in the protective neck guard of the mask is where it hit. So looks okay, no worse for wear. So it's going to be a new 30 for Ennismore. And it's going to be Mickle. Getting down for Gilray. Pardon me, that's Williams. And the Gilray shoots, and when he makes a save, as he tied up that 5-hole, mate, he closed it in time. Now Ulbicus lobs it ahead for Renault. Eddie Renault has some open floor. There's a pass off. There's a shot and a save by Wilson on Woodland. Ball pops out in front. They get it back for Bolduc, and he'll drop it for Eddie Renault. 6.5 to go here in the third. Oakville up by 3. It's Woodland with the ball. And he down low for Heidecker. They work it down for Renault. He takes a shot, shoulder save by Wilson, and Wilson will come out of the net to scoop it up. I think he might accidentally give his own player a high stick, but he's all good. And back up the floor come the James gang. It's the captain, Swift. Trying to set something up. Swift cutting in. Leaves it for Sands. Takes a shot. Wendy makes a save. Now Wendy will bounce it ahead for the captain, Gage Board. Board. Down for Woodland. 10 on the shot clock. Johnston, Blakely. Back Renault shoots. Nice save there by Wilson to plug the 5-hole. Bounces back. Now it's Fountain. That Fountain drops it off for Steve Nichols. Nichols over to Gilray. Pardon me, McWilliams. McWilliams now with it. Really bouncing around in there, but it's picked up by Oakville. 5 minutes left in the third. They're up by 3. Just trying to seize this up. They're that close to locking up a playoff position here in Ontario Series Lacrosse. They will here with a victory tonight. Now it's Blakely. Down for Bolduc. Yvonne Bolduc. Trying to get across Woodland. Nice defense there by the Jays gang. And it's picked up by McNean Hewitt coming in. Shoots. Oh, and a big save by Wendy with the mask to deny Hewitt of the hat trick. In transition again come the Titans. It's Heidecker. Heidecker will leave it for Ryan Johnston. Johnston. It's in for Bolduc. 8 on the shot clock. Bolduc back to Johnston. Over to Board. Shot clock winding down. Board has to hurry. Board draws it back, but they don't get a shot off, and it's a shot clock violation against the Titans. Under 4 to go here in the third period. James gang down by 3. Won't be surprised if they're going to pull the goalie here to try to get these goals. They need them. Wilson's looking near the bench. He's close to the bench. Now Swift makes a move. Drops it off to Sands. Sands shoots. And Wendy makes a save. He tried the behind-the-back shot. Didn't work. Up the floor come the Titans. They drop it back for Alec Tamas. Tamas, a long feed ahead. Doesn't work. James Gang scoop it up. And up the other way goes Brad Baker. Baker waiting for some offense to get on the floor. He'll get it. Back for Gilray. Josh Gilray. He's the man, the quarterback of this rush. Mickle. Back to Gilray. Gilray with it. Gilray gets the pick. Trying to beat McWilliams. The pass doesn't work, and it's easily scooped up by Wendy. Wendy gets it ahead. Chris Young, under 3 minutes ago here in regulation. Clock becoming the enemy of Ennismore. They need 3 in a hurry. But I think if Oakville can get one here in this rush, it might be too little too late for the James Gang. It's Blakely. Gets a high hit there, but they play on. And he gets it down. Blakely. Probably has Bull Duke, but there's a shot clock violation. And a break there that the James Gang needed with 2.5 to go in the third. They got to hurry and get some shots. This time they'll pull the goalie, so extra attacker on for Ennismore. It's Swift. Jeff Swift. With it. They get it in. McGickle shoots. The rebound, but he stepped in the crease. Crease violation against the James Gang as they try to claw back at this one, but time is ticking down. Patrick Corbett with it. Corbett for Blakely. 2 minutes left. Corbett. Back for Johnston. Johnson takes a shot. Blocked there by the James Gang defender. And now it's picked up. You'll see Wilson race to the bench again. Oh, some pushing and shoving there. And a whack. And it's Oakville ball. And a new 30. And they're going to be content to just kill the clock. And that's what they're doing here. As that turnover might be the straw that broke the camel's back here tonight. Chris Young has it. Pat Corbett takes a shot, whistles it wide, almost hit the referee. Back up the other way comes Ennismore. It's Baker, Brad Baker coming in. Brad Baker spins back. It's Baker. Minute 10 to go. Back for Swift. There's a shot, whistles wide. Bounces all the way back. Swift has to hurry, only 14 in the shot clock. A minute to go in regulation. Ennismore now just playing for pride. Swift takes a long shot, tipped. And we got some pushing and shoving. It's going to be Oakville ball with 49.1 to go in this one as the Titans are that close to sealing up a playoff spot on Ontario Series Lacrosse. And we have a discussion here now between the two referees. They're actually going to get the ball back to Ennismore, so maybe a break here, Swift. Swift has it. Working over to McWilliams. Here's a pass. Shot, a big save there by Wendy of a Superman dive by Swift. Wendy going for the empty net, and it bounces just an inch wide. Picked up by Mickle. Just 30 seconds left. It's Mickle coming up the floor. Mickle. Swift, get it back. There's Swift, can't handle the pass cleanly. It's a chance. He's working around. Pass too hard. There's a shot, whistle wide by Sands. Another chance. They walk in. They try to get over Wendy. They can't. So you got some pushing and shoving down low between Mickle and Tamas. And it looks like Tamas is going to go off. So a late power play for Ennismore with only 7 seconds left. It's not going to mean much except for maybe getting one back here. It's going to be another tough loss for Ennismore. They really fought hard tonight. They just couldn't get the goals in the third period. They tried. They made it within 2, but couldn't seal the deal. And Oakville will hang on. There's a shot. The pass over. Intercepted. Shot at the empty net. And it won't go. The buzzer sounds. And the Oakville Titans are the first team in Ontario Series Lacrosse to clinch a playoff spot as they defeat the Ennismore James Gang 11-8. Oakville improves to 9-1 in the season. The James Gang fall to 3-8. And their playoff chances take a bit of a damper with this loss tonight. So the Titans win to clinch a playoff spot. The final score, Oakville 11, Ennismore 8.